to form.
It's fine. We are live. Is everyone good to go?
I have sandwich in my mouth.
Huh?
Sandwich.
Oh. Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's episode of DoGsCast. We are on episode 57. As always, we're going to be taking a little bit to send out tweets, let people know that we are live, and update our Discord, because we don't have a bot for that anymore. Thank you for joining us, and if you just give us like 10 minutes, we will be getting started with our session in about that time. Thank you for joining us, and have a good night. I love you all. Good night. Anyway, hello.
It's DoGsCast Monday, unless it
isn't. I gotta update our Discord. Oh, you didn't do any of the tags, Jer.
I just put them in.
Oh, okay. I gotta... We gotta get a new bot at some point. Just to make it a little easier. But... pulling up Twitch, making sure we do our retweets and everything that we need to do. It says... I know you updated it, but it does say on Twitch that we're playing Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
We are not playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. Unless you're Jer. Holy shit, 19 months! What the fuck? Copy. Episode 57. 57! Holy moly. Yes, I'm about to add 100 people. What? Hello, Nick. Why are we... Hi, thank you for the resub. I guess we're hitting 19 months. That's, year and a half, right? Yeah. Woo! How are you doing? Hi, Herbert. I gotta do retweeting. Are you gonna delete the tweet, or are you just making a new one?
I'm gonna delete it.
Okay. How's everyone in chat? How are we doing?
I just ate a sandwich.
Nice. Oh, I gotta do Kavian Studios tweet. Michelle. Is there any announcements we need to talk about tonight, or no?
I don't know, Jasper, what's happening on Wednesday?
Well, why don't you talk about that since that's yours?
I'll leave the tweet.
Huh?
I'll leave the tweet. It's the point across.
On Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my Twitch channel. Excuse me, that was unflattering. Alright, I'm done burping. Is episode 1 of Elemental's Incarnate, and I'm sorry, I'm like, you caught me right after I took a sippy of my Arizona iced tea. Lucio play Pokemon Legends Arceus right now.
You know the game that we're actually playing? According to Twitch.
Well, you know.
Jer, put it down! I swear to God.
But, we're debuting at 10 p.m. on my Twitch, and tomorrow another character gets revealed on the Twitter, so tune into that. We've had 2 characters revealed so far. We've had Vilka Blackwater, played by Jen, and we've had Sylvie... I just forget how to say her last name. Hey Sam, how do you say Sylvie's last name?
Isn't it like Sylvie's... Sylvain? It's almost Sylvan, but it's like... But
It's
not.
almost Sylvan because I accidentally said Sylvan. Also, is Lucio quiet for anyone else?
I think Lucio's far from the mic is my guess.
I'm
Okay.
like 5 inches away from the mic, actually.
Oh, do we need to... Is your Discord volume all the way up?
I don't know.
I was hearing Lucio just fine a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
on, let me check something.
You're quiet too, Tyler.
Is that better?
That is better, yes.
Okay.
You changed around the mic setting.
No, I didn't. I didn't touch it. I put in the mic cord in
You
order.
probably just flipped it by accident.
Shit.
Okay, I'm gonna say DoGsCast spoilers, right?
Yeah, hit me with them Elementals Incarnate spoilers. That's what the hip kids are wanting.
Alright, so the character that I'm
Yo, mama. I'm playing your mama.
I'm playing you.
Holy shit,
your
Lucio's an
mother.
Elementals Incarnate?
Yeah, why not? Right now.
I'm
Bet.
playing
Play Shelby's mom.
I am playing
won't have art, but I'll
Eduardo
call you-
Savrin.
You're playing as Espen.
Playing
Yeah.
Espen Eduardo Savrin Hakon.
So true. So freaking true. How is chat doing tonight?
Chat, it's
And by chat, I mean Nick. Is there any place else?
Something is about to happen, by the way.
Last name.
Huh?
You'll see.
Yeah, just hold on.
What?
You'll see.
Okay.
Ooh. Can you put this somewhere?
Something's about to happen.
I don't like
I
that.
don't like that.
Oh, my God.
Something is happening.
Okay.
Are you peeing?
It's
Who's
about.
voting?
Is there any place else we need
It
to put this?
happened!
Oh shit.
Oh my god, Scott, thank you for the raid. How was your
Nice
stream?
cut.
Is that
Oh,
the
Scott,
something that was gonna
reading.
happen?
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you. How was your stream?
I thought Scott got in the call for a second. I was like, how?
Damn,
do that?
let me. What if I just fucking invited him to the
You
server?
tried that.
Had him say hi and. But he says hi and call.
Hello.
No. That's-
Motherfucker, I'll do it right now. Bet.
No, that's on the 28th.
There's your shout out.
You're right, you're right.
Welcome Raiders. Welcome to tonight's episode of DoGsCast. This is our homebrew tabletop RPG live show / podcast that we do. Thank you for the raid. We hope you had a good stream. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it greatly. We love you.
Somebody throw Onyx against them.
So true.
Damn, when are we recreating the Passion of Onyx?
That never happened because we're gonna burn plastic.
We realized there was plastic and we're like, oh shit.
Oh, I don't know.
Go out and get a cloth bunny. I can have my sister make us a crochet bunny.
I still have the true Onyx here.
Yeah, we do have Onyx with his little shoes and his little ugly wig. That used to be Elsa's wig, was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was an Elsa wig, yeah. That happened. You like brutally crucified it with scissors.
True.
We could do more.
Support Yuri's transition fund there.
Yeah,
You can still do that.
yeah. Our friend Yuri is trying to transition, and if you're American, you know that healthcare sucks. So if you want to support a good friend of ours, you can do so at the GoFundMe link there. Very good friend of ours, very awesome content creator who deserves to feel good, and you know, transition should be a human right. So go check that out if you haven't already.
Still have another 120 to send to it.
Yeah, you gotta get paid first.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the payout to come.
Oh, true.
You know,
Yeah.
putting the whatever the payout is into that.
Yeah. Is there anything else we need to talk about before we introduce ourselves and get going here?
I could talk about Elementals Incarnate again.
Go ahead.
Because I refuse to shut up. But hey, you know that motherfucker who just raided us? That's players for Elementals Incarnate. Along with Jer. Along with Sam. Along with Jen.
3 out of 4 players are gathered. Once more.
Once more, I invite Scott to the call so they can. I kid. Oh, but yeah, it's gonna be on my channel, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. I am so astronomically nervous.
You're gonna be good. Jer is standing up, and I don't know why. What are you doing? Oh, okay. But yeah, watch Elementals on Wednesday, and tonight, watch us! Do we want to get into our introductions, or is there anything else?
I need to fix my hair.
Just fixing their hair. I love you all. Thank you for joining us. Once Jer finishes their hair, we will do our introductions and then our recap, and then we'll get going.
I wear exclusively ponytails.
True.
You look good though. Look very good.
When you're not in the deep, roll 20.
No
Oh,
more.
motherfucker, roll 20.
Oh yeah, get in the roll 20.
No more
listen.
masculine. No more feminine. Only Jergulan.
My family calls me
Very
that
good.
sometimes, masculine.
That's cute, actually.
It wasn't a bad thing. It just sometimes they call me masculine.
All right.
Or lint. I get called lint sometimes.
No more androgynous. Jergondulous.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die.
All right. You want to introduce yourself?
I have to pee. My name's Jer. My pronouns are they, them. And I am the DM of DoGsCast. Today I will be playing all the NPCs. And I have to pee.
Hello, my name is Jasper. I use he, him pronouns. Tonight, I'm going to be playing Callisto Polaris and Baird Stormcaller. Two of them.
One sec. I'm setting up the bit.
Oh boy.
Is it working?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saved Dick by giving it CPR.
No! Lynn, you can't do that!
My name is Lynn, my pronouns are they, them, and tonight I'm gonna be playing Genevieve Amberstone and Cece Barnes.
What did I miss?
Nothing.
I can do it again.
No.
Did you talk about the space anus?
Yes. No.
Well, what I
Miney,
said.
what do you say? What did you say, Lynn? We all want to know.
I said I saved Dick by giving it CPR.
God damn it.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Twinkle, twinkle. Little star. My name is Lucio. I use he, they pronouns. I'm playing Torleth and Vanth. In the end. Here comes Tyler with this bit.
Hey. I'm Tyler. I use he, him pronouns. I'm playing Scrungus and Wood Tajin tonight, and I'm gonna share a fun fact with you before we go into session. A level 100 Shuckle can potentially deal the most damage in one single attack through the use of numerous stat boosters. By receiving the effects of Helping Hand from 2 allies in a triple battle, holding a metronome, power trick, a skill swap to your power, a conversion ice, and 6 stages of positive attack stat changes. Also, both of Shuckle's partners must have the ability Flower Gift, and the weather must be sunny. On the 5th turn of using a defense curl boosted ice ball learned via Mimic consecutively without any misses, if used against a level 1 Noibat with minimum defense stats, that is 6 stages of negative defense stat changes, such as from being subject to Screech 3 times and being under the effect of Forest Curse, Shuckle can deal 721,899,685 damage with a critical hit. It's been your fun fact for tonight. Let's get into session.
Love Shuckle.
Lynn, do you want to give us a recap?
Well, sure. I've got M&M in my mouth. I have nuts in my mouth.
Lynn, you gotta calm down, honey.
They're peanut M&Ms!
Are you good?
If you rush me while I'm trying to swallow, I'm gonna vomit! Okay, that one wasn't even intentional. Everything went quiet, I'm sorry. Hello?
Are you doing your recap?
Oh, I think you're... Okay,
We're also echoing on somebody.
is Tyler's end, I think. So last episode was the last episode of Baird's arc, and Baird and we went to the place, and as we went to the place that was full of the webs of a big fucking grand demon. Fucking Anna, I was like, oh no, my foot be stuck. Oh no, I am blind now. Also, yeah, I can hear the echo a lot. M for the and then we were like, okay, we're gonna keep traveling anyway, and as we went, nothing much happened, but there was like we saw the higher cover. I forget it was a hyacinth or a covenant, but it was like
Kavi and
Ka-
Jackal.
Ka- Kavi and Jackal. Thank you. It was all white, and there was music. And, and Baird was like, "She cool, don't worry about it." And we were like, "You sure about that?" And Baird was like, "I sure about that." And so we keep Diddly Don going, and we found a fucking coffin, whole ass fancy ass coffin, just in a room. And it's like, oh shit, that's a coffin right there. That's where dead people go. And there was a statue in front of it, and Baird was like, I'm gonna touch it. And it was like, what? Is like, I'm gonna touch it, and Baird touched it. And when Baird touched it, the lock of the coffin was Aquila, which was Baird's divine weapon. But Baird couldn't get it yet. Baird had to close eyes, and go to God dimension, go to Ogren Vi, which is like God heaven, sort of, kind of. It's complicated. I'm not gonna explain it. You need to watch the episodes and find out what the fuck that is. Baird met two of his ancestors, and they were like, "Yo," and Baird was like, "Yo," and they were like, "Yo," and they were like, you know what, Baird, come here, Baird." Baird is like, "Okay, I'm over here. I'm coming here. What's up?" And they're like, "Baird, you got this." Mwah. And they sent him on his way. And Baird woke up, and Baird was like, I have been awoken. And had tequila, and then statue was like, blood for the blood god, motherfuckers. And we fought the statue, and we killed the statue, and then we left. And then Baird and and Jack were like, "Don't look at us, we being gay. Huh. See you again. We'll see you again. Bye bye." That was it.
All right. I almost called you Baird. God. Jared's just fixing some stuff right now.
Baird.
Baird.
Jared.
Baird. Just let us know when you're good to go.
I'm just... a couple things that I need.
You good?
Yes.
Alright.
There we go. Found it. Now I just need to give one character.
CPR.
No!
Oh.
Speaking of CPR, someone gets CPR this episode.
Alright. We left during the night from Old Omen. Traveling on the waters, not that far. only a little bit north to land on a small beach nearby Outer Hall. Big map. Go.
Haven't seen this map in a while, yeah.
Actually, somewhere around here. A little circle. Not too far from Valdor. However, you pull not into port, not into a dock, just a gentle coast. And Ryland docks the boat. Alright, everybody. We got some big stuff coming up. So, I think it's time we take a quick day off. So everybody can recuperate and make sure they're in good spirits and good health for what's coming next.
A break? Are you sure that's a good idea? We're so close to our goal, though I guess maybe this would make it a better time.
You gotta make sure you're in good health before you face down your demons, huh? So, get some time. Be yourselves for a little bit. Andrew and I will start figuring out the details of everything. We'll need a little bit of time, so take what you get.
Thank you, Ryland. We'll try our best.
If anyone needs me, I'm gonna go over to the blanket over there. I don't do well with
Stares at the coast.
water.
I'm right behind you, Genevieve. Callisto kind of follows. Emo's on the beach!
Hi, Torleth. Good talk.
Well, I guess if we're at the beach, we should try and make the most of it, right?
Oh, maybe we could do that talent show that we talked to Torleth about, though are they still staring off into space?
Tyler and Lucy, are you with us?
Okay, is it working?
Oh. Cool.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi!
Oh, we can hear
Okay,
you
there
now.
There we go. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, Torla said hi.
Are you guys good?
Yeah, the mic just is being fucky tonight.
Okay.
Oh, they snapped back to reality.
Oh, oh, there goes reality. Yeah, we can totally do that now. Why not?
It might be the best time for it, at least, if things are about to get scarier than they already are.
I don't like what that entails.
Neither do I.
Jem gives like a very... I don't know how to describe it, but just a look to the boat.
Yeah. Well, since I have the most I guess experience with doing talent shows, since that is a daily Horizon thing, I guess I'll set up. If anyone wants to go, they're free to go whenever someone isn't up on the stage. And he starts like putting out like a little like sand marking and like,
Do you need help?
nah, I'm good. And he starts just drawing it with his foot. I guess anywhere here is the stage.
Or not.
It's a yellow line.
That was
Oh.
the line that I was drawing.
I'm sorry, there's a red circle and a yellow line, and I got very confused.
And that'll be our stage. You know, we go towards the boat, towards the water, so it's a nice backdrop, and yeah. I guess I can go first.
I mean, if you're the one
I don't
organizing
think
it,
it's
you might as
something-
well. Ooh.
Yeah, since Van, what? Get off the stage.
No.
No. I
Dance, wait your
guess
turn.
I guess I can come something on the fly. It'll be fine. And I'll be going up here and So Orleth takes a breath and he sits down in the sand. And he's like, icky. He doesn't like sand. It's coarse. That's it. Anyways. He sits there and he pulls out Vulcan's lyre and he starts playing a song that's akin to Hades' lament of Orpheus, if you know that song. It's a very longing song. It's Orpheus and Eurydice. Get it and get it. And of course, as all of his performances has gone, it's almost sad, melancholy. The one at the coterie before, like episodes before, was his most saddest, but this one is more melancholy, not too. It's just a lot of feeling. And this one, towards the end, towards the more climax of the song, since he's playing Vulcan's lyre starts generating pillars of lava that he doesn't even notice because his eyes are closed, and there's just pillars of lava just shooting up next to him that he doesn't even notice. And yeah, that's just how the performance goes. It's not really spoken other than him singing. It's very gay yearning almost. And yeah. And when it comes to the end of his performance, he opens his eyes and he's kind of startled by the fact that there are literally pillars of lava and magma coming up from the fucking sand. Like, he didn't even know he did that. And as soon as he stops playing, they shut down and kind of just stands up awkwardly and just bows. And walks off.
Nothing noises.
Xavier's like, woo! Yeah, Tora! Yeah, baby! Let's get it! Yeah! It's my, homie white kiss on the forehead!
Yeah.
That was really good, Torla. That was
He's the
beautiful.
voice mod on.
What
Oh
is
god,
happening?
Gemma's gone robotic mode.
Sound effect that I forgot I was trying to see if there was a clapping sound effect that I forgot, and that meant the robot voice would turn back on.
Gemma's gone robot.
I'm sorry. Oh god, I'm sorry about that. Oh
Wood,
goodness.
who's been in a kneeling position up until this point, turns to Torleth and gives some applause as he sits back down. Wood kind of, steadies himself for a moment and speaks. A difficult and tricky performance to follow up, but befitting of the hero to follow in suit, I presume.
Good luck.
My sincere gratitude. Wood heads towards the stage as he gets in the midst of the sand dune that Toraleth has carved out with his feet. Wood unsheaths Paramecium. So, I know I talked a little bit about this with Toraleth and Genevieve, but I wanted to... And he kind of sings him to himself for his moment, but takes a deep breath in, deep breath out. I wanted to do something to help remember Taylonsta. They were a close friend of all of us, and I wanted to dedicate a dance to them in their memory. So, bear with me on this one. It isn't 100% finished, but I think I've got the basics of it down. And Wood pierces the sand beneath him with Paramecium and creates a small storm surge. Not the usual size, but about the length of a surfboard, roughly. And he just begins... It looks like he's fighting against the air itself, but it's fairly smooth and elegant, comparatively speaking. You know, he twirls the pole arm, pierces back into the storm surge, unsheaths it from the water, spins it above his head, pierces the air a few times, and then he tries to go for something tricky. He pierces it back down into the storm surge, and the water begins to spread out a little bit farther. And he tries to, almost like a flagpole, spin around it using his full weight and momentum. And at first, things seem to be going fairly well, and he's able to get 1, 2 spins in. But on the third spin, he kind of loses his grip, and he doesn't fall so much as he does end up sliding onto his knees and a bit of ways away from where the storm surge initially flowed. It looks like he tries to grab for Paramecium, but it's stuck in the storm surge and almost at an uncomfortable angle that he really couldn't do anything else with it as of this point. He gets up, walks back over to where the storm surge is, picks up Paramecium, and quickly sheaths it back. Like I said, it still needs work, but I'm fairly certain that Zay would be happy with the progress I've made thus far. He takes a quick shoulders by his side at the waist bow and makes his way back to the beach blanket.
That was...
You go.
No, you.
I was gonna have Callisto talk, so you go.
Okay.
That was really good.
I haven't seen moves like that before.
Well, it's something I've incorporated from constant observation of everyone here and their respective approaches to combat, and a few other things. Toraleth's dance moves, Genevieve's gymnastics, a little bit from everyone. You know? Something that showcases that, in truth, we all remember them as our friend.
That's really impressive, honestly. The way you can internalize all that information.
Well, it was no easy feat. And like I showcased, it's nowhere near finished or even good enough to complete.
Neither are we, right? We still got a lot left to go.
I suppose so, friend.
Callisto leans over to Ganymede and Genevieve. Hey, I know we talked about possibly doing a little routine together. If you're willing to do your gymnastics, Genevieve, we could possibly do a little laser light show for you or something.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we can do this. Come on.
Bring our three up to the front. I do not have control of Ganymede, sorry.
Well, I hope you don't have control of Genevieve.
Sure. Ganymede will probably stand towards the back, across from Callisto, and give Genevieve kind of the spotlight.
So Genevieve stands in the middle of them, starts by doing a very deep bow, like a theater bow, you know, the exaggerated arms, bending down low. And as she rises, she summons her crystal spires. One directly underneath Callisto, one directly underneath Ganymede, and one directly underneath herself. And as she stands there, as if following this music that only she can hear in this moment, she begins to start twisting and bending her body in these different contorted shapes, things that you wonder how a person made of crystal can do it, because you're not even sure how a physical human person with bones does that. She lifts her legs over her head, she ties herself into knots, she does handstands. It's one of the first times that anyone has actually seen her perform, other than back at the first Horizon coterie they visited.
As she's doing that, Ganymede and Callisto kind of mirror each other. They bring out their Ring of Red Giants and start kind of making like an arch over the stage. They both have 6, so it'd be a total of 12, and just make an arch of the little suns over the stage, and then swirl them around each other and bringing them over to Genevieve, and just kind of bouncing these little suns around the air in a very beautiful, elegant kind of manner. This is probably the most calm you've ever seen Ring of Red Giants ever used, as it's usually pretty head-on. But right now, these little spheres just kind of float around and dance a bit on the air. There's 12 of them in total, so there's just... they all kind of come together and spread apart. It's very soft for once. And they circle around Genevieve as she bends and contorts, and then eventually make their way back to their respective users.
As they make their way back, Gem gets ready for the showstopper, where she summons Triadem and places it upon the spire, and very carefully does a handstand, climbing the shield and eventually balancing herself atop of it, hanging upside down, and she kind of looks over at the two of them and she... This is gonna sound crazy, but can you two spin me?
How would you want them to do that? I mean...
she mutters it, like, just quiet enough to where, you know, like a stage whisper. Only the other two can hear her. You know, like a top.
How far away are they? How far away are they?
You can easily get there.
Oh, okay. They probably... Could they, like, leap over?
Yeah.
Okay. So they'll just hop off their spires and leap over, and go and kind of twirl her around. And...
with the final balancing showstopper, the, you know, balancing on the head on the shield upside down, Gem very carefully does a somersault to the ground and repeats her bow from before, this time dismissing the spires.
I'm so sorry. Ganymede and Callisto come down and also do little bows. And kind of probably both take... well, Ganymede probably would take her hand and kind of bow with her as well.
What was that? She says, asking her to
buddies.
I think we did pretty well.
You did wonderful. It's me, Xavier.
Thank you, Xavier.
Thank you, Xavier. Excuse me. I guess
Is-
we'll,
Is Ganymede not gonna say anything?
Ganymede's just bowing.
Okay.
okay.
They'll make their way back to the blanket then.
Callisto, you're on top of me.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Onyx then makes his way up.
Oh, God.
Good afternoon, everybody. It has been a while since we have all spoken. I have been working diligently, and I have compiled a book report. And here goes the bunny geek. I wrote this essay about my personal hero, White Jackson. He is also known by his arena name, The Rock. You may see why he is my favorite. He is an Ickerfall actor. He is a sometime businessman and a former professional fighter. He is regarded as one of the best in the Valdor arena. He wrestled for 8 years and wielded Varys until it was taken away by Ajax.
Oh my God!
Alright, can somebody get this bunny off the stage yet?
A great job.
I am unappreciated in my time.
Oh, does he go off to sulk?
He goes off to sulk.
And his friend, who we haven't explained.
Gemma's like looking over concerned. She doesn't know who the random person is. It's like, I'm sure they didn't mean it like that.
No, I did.
Callisto bumps Cece, who's next to him. Who was that? Did we invite them?
Wait a minute, is that fucking Arthur?
Yeah, what about it?
Oh my God, it is.
Arthur, when the fuck did you get here?
I stowed away. I got on the bat and I flew to see you. And then the bat went home and I got stuck. And so I sat on your boat and nobody even noticed me.
You should leave, actually.
You know what? Maybe we should.
Wait.
Gonna take Onyx with me. None of you appreciate his talents. He worked for weeks putting that together. You know why he hasn't gone with you? It's because he's been putting together a book report. And nobody even asked how he's doing.
How are you doing, Onyx?
Bad.
What God?
I'm sorry?
Cheer up. It'll get better, mate.
There are no words.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I stole that knife, and I feel like I've just made things worse. I think I should go.
Are you sure it's that wasn't I mean, it was kind of, it wasn't your fault.
Oh, it was my fault.
But did you learn your lesson at least?
No.
No?
Wait, does that mean you're stealing more knives?
No, but I should go back to school so I can learn the lesson.
Oh, you want to go back to the Enclave?
I have nothing better to do. What am I doing here but making things worse?
I don't think that's entirely true, but...
But what if the real lesson is the friends you've made along the way?
I mean the one friend that I made was, Taylonsta, and we see how that ended up, so,
Oh.
I don't think I have a horse left in this race.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? You know what? Good knowing you, champ.
Why don't you two go speak to Ryland about this and maybe compromise with him before you just up and go?
He didn't even remember that I was on the ship.
I'm sure he does.
Bye.
What the?
And
Looks at Callisto. What the fuck just happened?
Arthur carries off Onyx in almost like a fireman bridal carry off into the desert sands, off towards Adahal.
Fuck!
You'll never be gods.
Oh.
Oh, is that a fucking challenge, mate? You wanna fucking go?
No, it's a final word. Goodbye.
Well, you know what? Screw you. I'm getting the final word.
Bleh, 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 bleh.
Oh, don't start this.
Bleh.
They challenged
Well,
me,
that was
Callisto.
something.
So, I did it. Operation Get Rid of the Bunny is done.
I have
You
no
had an
words. Hold on.
operation?
Why did you want to get rid of Onyx?
'Cause he smells like Enclave.
And if we ever run into him again, he's gonna smell more like Enclave.
Yeah, well, hopefully I never see him again.
Oh. Okay.
Say, I think we should work on using your word. Well, actually, you used your
I
words.
did use them. I used my words very
now that
well.
I think about it.
I achieved exactly what I set out to do.
At least you
You know-
helped him with tomatoes.
Well, you know what? I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I worked very hard on that speech.
Since that instant of terror is over, does anyone else want to go?
Baird's gonna nudge Cece. Hey, bud. Hey.
I'm sorry, I'm joking. Yes?
I learned some new tricks, during my weapon arc. Maybe my weapon arc. Wow.
My weapon arc.
I learned some new tricks when I went to go get my weapon. I was wondering if, like, maybe you and I could do, like, a little tussle or something to, like, show them off.
You want to tussle? You want to tussle?
Well, I don't know if, we should fight each other, or if, like, we should, like, tag team it or something.
Wait, big brain. Bad, and she puts her hands on his face. Bad, I'm having the big brain.
I'm squished.
We need to bring back Camus Moonsides and Lux Stormcaller!
Oh, I haven't even told you about Lux, have I? I'll tell you that later, but you're absolutely right.
Wait, what?
Every time.
Okay. Scrungus!
Oh, Scrungus.
What's up?
Rematch time! Let's go!
Oh, it's on.
Yeah! It's the return of the tag team duo! Camus Moonsides and Lux Stormcaller!
Aha!
But
Strongest nudges Day.
You win.
Day cracks their fingers. You know it. Been a while since I've had a good fight.
After booing Onyx off the stage, I gotta let out my steam.
You gotta
Jesus.
get off some steam after that.
Jesus Christ. Alright, so, we're doing a little tag teaming.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Trout.
Thanks.
Alright,
You owe me a sody.
we initiative rolling this?
Yes.
Wait a second.
Are we doing 3 rounds?
Yeah, I think so.
don't say that out loud!
No, I was just asking out of character. I didn't know how long we were going. We're on a schedule here.
We're level 13, right?
We're 14.
We're 14. I have an ASI. I'll put that in Constitution. I
Two
swear I
bears.
remembered to level
Two
up.
bears.
Two
Two of
bears.
them. Two of them.
Please let me put in my...
I just want to let people know that Day has a 20 strength.
Nice.
I think everyone in this fight has a 20 strength.
Day rolled a natural 20
Bear
as well.
does not.
You with us, Lynn? There you
Yeah,
go. Okay.
I'm talking. Could you not hear me, or was it just
Anthony's
a...
in the ocean. I just want to make that known.
I accidentally opened MS Paint instead of my calculator.
Oh boy, more sand!
Wait a minute, before we start, Vanth, are you eating sand?
No.
It's a long story. Don't
That's
ask.
That's not good for your tummy.
Says you.
Yes, I do says.
You says, I says, when we, sand. I'm so full from sand, yum!
You ready for this, big guy?
Be fun.
And kicking off. Alright, this is something new I've been working on. And Day cracks their fists together and pulls apart two icy great swords and tosses one back to Scrungus. Try that on for size, see how it works for you. And rushes to the center and presses a hand down onto the ground and releases a thick fog. Oh.
Big circle.
Covering this entire area. The audience can see through it. Like the talent show audience. But those participating in the fight, except for Scrungus, have a difficult time seeing through it.
Does it impose disadvantage?
This is Baleful Rhyme. Any creatures within this space take 3d6 cold damage when they end their turn within the fog. Any attacks made on you whilst in the fog has disadvantage to hit. During this, you are granted Fog Sight, which allows you to see through fog clearly. Lasts for 1 minute. And that is Day's turn.
Shit, okay. Give me a minute. I don't know what to do. Oh god, I don't know. Baird? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna hold action because I literally don't know what to do.
Oh, okay. That means that Cece is up.
Dang, Scrungy, you couldn't have been one step closer. Alright, so Cece is actually going to use her bonus action to use Moon's Blessing, and is going to use Reflective Shroud. As a bonus action, you can choose to become invisible to the naked eye by bending reflections around you. Become invisible for 1d6 turns, or until you do something to break invisibility. Doesn't really matter. She's going to turn invisible. She's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 to the side of Day. And she's gonna start attacking because turning invisible, I assume, would give me advantage on this hit.
I
Because
think
they
it would.
can't see me.
I think it would even out because you have disadvantage from the fog.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
the advantage evens it out. And I make 3 attacks, right? Yeah, 3 attacks. And I'm gonna use Comet Crusher because why not? It's cool. So that's I'm sorry, I'm bad at math. 5 plus 5 is 10, so I have a plus 10 to hit. So that's a 29, a 19, and a 20.
Yeah, those all hit.
Those all hit, nice.
Yeah.
So that's 3d8 plus 15, because plus 5 damage. And I just have it's normal size. So Day takes 30 damage as CC turns invisible, teleports behind you, nothing personnel kid, and just starts, like, beating them up with Comet Crusher. Oh wait, one of those rolls should be with advantage, right? Or is it all 3 of them with advantage?
No, all 3 of them are flat.
Okay, all 3 of them are flat. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I got confused. I twisted my brain around. Never mind. And that is her turn. Oh no, and she will be like, since Baird's holding action, right?
Yeah.
Now would be a good time to flank!
I would take damage though going in though, right?
You take damage at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Oh, I take damage.
Yes, you do. You take 3d8.
Sexy.
But the flanking would give me just a regular. It would cancel out the disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is 17 points of damage on you, CC.
Okay. Thank you.
As frost starts to collect on your skin, it's not blue. Your skin's not blue from frostbite yet,
It's chilly.
but it's chilly. You're getting a little snowy.
Can I take my action now or no?
Yes.
Okay. Baird comes here first, and he is going. I don't know if this would work. Give me a second. I know he doesn't care about the stage right now. Give me a second. He comes here.
You could have done it from where you started.
No, I couldn't have. Cece, I am so sorry you're gonna be in the blast for this. There's
It's
no
okay.
way.
If I take damage, if I get enough damage, I hit the Matsuku threshold, and that's more damage.
Yeah,
more
there's
health.
no way to avoid this. Baird rages and unleashes the roar. Constitution saving throw.
Guess whose con is a 20 now? And I'm proficient in the save, so that's a plus 10 to the save.
28.
You'll take half.
23.
You'll both take half. It's only 2d6 anyway. You'll take 2 points of thunder damage. And
Ow,
because
oof, my bones.
I get flanking, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it'll be a regular hit because of the fog.
Baird whips out a Keela, 2 swings. Oops. Math, hold on. That is an 18 to hit on the first one?
Yes.
That hits?
Yeah.
D10. That's not a D10. Yeah. Woo! 9 plus 4 plus 3. 16 on the first hit. And then for the extra attack, 12 plus 12 is 24,
Yeah.
right? 24 to hit? Assuming hits. And that's only gonna be 10 points of, I believe it's thunder damage still.
Okay.
And that is Baird's action.
You gonna get in here, Scrungus, or what?
My turn.
So Scrungus is going to rage. He's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 feet, and 2 attacks on Baird.
14.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Got a... Nope. That is a... Hold for just a minute. I'll quickly calculate that first hit. That is a 30 to hit.
Yeah.
And a... Yeah, the first one will hit, the second one won't.
Okay.
Okay. So that is 1 attack on Baird. And that is a 4d8 from the Ice Sword. That is 20 points of damage.
Okay.
And that's cold damage.
Okay.
Yes.
Scrungus, you will suffer the 3d8 as well.
That's fine.
20 points of damage.
Okay.
But for you, that's not much. Alright. Day's turn again. Alright. Ready, CC?
Oh, bring it! Let's see how cold the little ice cream can get.
Oh! A 2 on the dice.
Oh.
Day does not have... But Day has meta magic, so...
What's they doing? What's the day doing?
With the first, the first strike, Day misses, but then reaches out a claw at you, and make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Not the best at that. Wait, so Day's attacking and using a spell on their turn?
Yeah,
Is a spell a bonus action?
with the meta magic it is.
That's smart. What's my wisdom again? +2. Five!
Alright, you now have half speed, you have, one of your attacks removed,
Do you slow on me?
and you have a -1 debuff to attack rolls. This is Flashpoint.
Flashpoint.
Yeah, it's a flash freezing spell.
Alright. Bit colder than I thought.
That's what we're talking about. Who's next? Aelwood's next.
Alright. Baird, for the first time, is going to use a ability of Aquila. If you've seen Aquila, it kind of has these, like, thunder-like branches on it, like a tree branch, almost. He takes it and snaps one of the branches off. And underneath, you can see a bit of a glow. As he takes the branch off, it becomes pure electricity in his hand. Scrungus, you are going to make a dexterity saving throw.
1.
A 1?
Oh no.
Okay. Baird is just going to slap Grungus with this bolt of pure electricity for 4d8 lightning damage.
Slap or a jab?
I mean, if he's right in front of him, probably a jab. Give me a minute to do this math. Not as much as you think it is. And that's just a flat roll, right? I don't add anything to it. Alright. You're gonna take 18 points of lightning damage. And
I'm not.
Huh?
That would be piercing damage, correct?
It is
No, it's lightning.
damage.
Oh, goof. Okay.
Yeah, he'll probably, like, lunge it like a sword, but it is pure electricity.
Oh, okay.
So the lightning would, like, lance through you a bit.
We thought it was. If it was piercing damage, what would it have been?
It would have been 0 damage.
Why?
Iron Skin.
Iron Skin gives immunity to piercing, but, you have... What is it called? Vulnerability to bludgeoning. And then you take 16 points of damage from the cold. Next up is Wee Wee.
It's
Los
Los Wee. Baird, you're feeling pretty good health-wise, right?
Yeah,
I want to use a cool attack, so I'm gonna use my cool attack.
go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so Cece's like, I'm sorry, Bad, this is gonna hurt,
Don't
but
worry about it.
I've been wanting to try this. And I am going to use my awakened ability.
You don't-
Gravity.
You don't have
Oh.
awakened.
Oh, I thought everyone awakened. I was
No.
confused. Never mind.
You have chosen.
I have chosen. Oh, I'm sorry.
I sure hope not.
I got it. I got confused.
There's a whole lot of stuff that Cece has to do first.
I got confused.
It's alright.
No, you have size matters.
Never mind. I don't do that. It says they're right next to each other and I have 0 brain cells. Alright. Then fuck it. I'm gonna use size matters then. And since I only have 2 attacks, I'm gonna move here and I'm gonna share the love and I'm gonna do 1 on Day and I'm gonna do 1 on Scrungy. I probably have just regular disadvantage now, or I probably have disadvantage now, right?
Which head are you hitting with?
I want to use the big one.
Okay. Yeah, you have disadvantage.
Yeah. Well, I'd have, even if I used the little one, I would have disadvantage because of the mist.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I still have a good chance of hitting. So that first one is 2d20 plus 10. First hit is for Day. That's a 12. That doesn't hit.
No, that hits.
A 12 hits Day?
Yes.
Oh.
Day is a glass cannon.
Ah, I see. So then Day is going to take a d12 plus 3 damage, so
And
d12
then-
plus 8.
Yeah.
15. I assume that's bludgeoning,
Yeah.
since I have a giant, meteor.
Yes, that's bludgeoning.
And now I will try to hit Scrungus. That's disadvantage because of the mist. That's a natural 1. I like to think Cece goes to, like she starts swinging the giant meteor around behind her, and she sort of, is trying to go for an overhead swing, but she doesn't get enough torque on it, and it falls down and it bonks her in the head. Fucking hell, shit.
I love Torque from Borderlands.
And that's her turn.
You take 23 points of cold damage. Krungus.
Okay, we'll go for 2 more attacks on bad, because why the fuck not? Let's see here. First attack. That is a... let me double check that. That is a 28 to hit.
Hits.
And second hit... that's a 29 to hit.
Hits.
Wondrous. So that is 8d8. Eight. That is 40 points of damage.
All right.
That's Krungus's turn.
Wait, holy shit. What kind of damage was that?
Cold.
Right.
Scrungus, you take 18 points.
That is fine.
And Day is going to make attacks on Cece again. Meta Magic again. So, Cece. No, this is a ranged attack. That's a 19 on the dice for that. That's caught.
Is they using ranged attack on me?
Yes.
Day's in melee range, so are we using the disadvantage rules?
It's a ranged spell. So it's step. But I can roll again. That
But yeah,
is
19 hits.
The other attack is a 19.
Yeah, those two 19s hit.
Alright. 26 points of damage. And then the Ice Shard is going to deal 16 points of damage.
Alright.
And you have a bleed out. No, you have to make a con save.
One sec. Fuck. Cece's just like, I need to get stronger armor. And how much did I take? 16?
Yep.
Okay, so Cece is gonna turn into Matsuku. I have come to a horrible realization.
Yes?
As I was essentially forced to get a new phone, I don't have Matsuku's stats anymore.
Oh.
If I know, did you send them to me in our DMs? Because I might be able to find them real quick. Yeah. I need to find that real quick. Like, I literally just realized it right now. Like, wait a minute. Search from you.
Like the drive. Hey, look.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't have the stats in here for it.
There's Woo.
Yeah.
I know that's. I went back way too far. Oh. It's fine. CC turns into. I found it. Has the hit points scaled at all, or is it still 50?
Oh, the hit point should scale.
That's totally fine. I just wanted to make sure.
Probably equal to your con modifier for each level. From 3rd.
So my con mod was a +4. So we're level
14.
14.
94.
94. Thank you. Thank you. Oh fuck. No, I do need voice mod.
We see. A combat for play? Interesting. We have not had to do this before.
I don't think we've formally met either.
This
Dang.
is combat. Will be resolved afterwards. Prepare to be defeated.
Yeah, okay.
Uh, 9 points of damage from the cold.
Ow.
And it is Bearwood's turn.
Alright.
This is the final round.
Alright, Matsuku, I'm your ally, but I am gonna hurt you and I apologize for it. Just trust me on this.
We are understanding. Show us what you got.
Baird cuts his rage, immediately comes out of it. And when he does, as an action, he makes a massive electric blast 20 feet. As he does it, just for flavor, he kind of moves his hips with it and does a little,
Oh no.
like a body roll with it almost, and does a little dance as he makes a blast shoot out 20 feet. Everyone make a dex saving throw.
That's a 2.
Fail?
So I also just realized this. I'm an Iron Rage. And I know we talked a little bit about this before. Is electrical damage halved?
No.
Okay.
We have gotten a 6.
That's a fail.
Dex 17 per day.
That meets.
I'll
do
give
you-
it to you.
I'll give it to you? Okay.
Yeah.
This is full damage for everyone. I apologize. I'm actually just gonna use a dice roller for it. It's 60-10.
I got it.
Oh,
30.
I rolled a 34.
Okay. Take 34. I didn't
Okay.
know you had the dice roller.
I did. So 34 points of thunder damage to everyone as Baird cuts his rage short, does a little dance, does a little jig, and pulses through the stage.
How much damage?
34.
Okay.
That is his action and his final turn.
And you take 15 from...
The cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does Matsuku have multi-attack?
Yes.
Is Matsuku also suffering the effects of the flash freeze?
No.
No. Okay, then I get 3 attacks. How hurt is Day looking?
Very?
You know what, Day? How about we eviscerate you?
No!
That's the name of the attack! You named it!
I did.
That's a +7 to hit. Or wait, would it be with my proficiency modifier?
Yeah.
Okay, so then that's a not a +9, because Mitsuku has less strength than CC. But that's also disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
22?
Yes.
Okay. And that would be a D8 plus 4. For 5 damage. I assume they're still up.
Yeah.
Okay. The 17 hits.
Yes.
Plus 4. For 6 damage. And are they still up?
Yes.
Okay. Can Mitsuko action surge?
Don't think so.
Oh, damn it, if I knew that, I would have action surged earlier. And 11 more damage.
Yep.
Did I do it?
Yep.
Yeah, so Matsuku basically kicks, like, with the sharp bones on both their feet and hands, they kick Day into the air, jab them 3 times.
This has been an enjoyable experience. We
Sheesh.
hope to introduce ourselves to you after you recover. Good night.
And with one final slam, sort of forces Day down onto the ground.
Sheesh.
Um,
Good job.
Thank you.
with that, the fog dissipates, but you do suffer the damage for this turn.
Mhm.
19. Listen, Day can dish damage, but not take it.
Like, looks over at Scrungus, just like,
Is it your turn now?
Scrungus gives a thumbs up.
Understood.
Okay, so I haven't actually had the opportunity to use this ability yet, but given some recent improvements to Scrungus's kit, Share, how exactly does spiked skin work?
You would activate it when you get hit by a melee attack.
No, the first part of spiked skin.
Let me look at it.
Let's see.
That's Righteous Storm. What am I doing?
The charging portion of it.
Oh. You would need to be already back.
Okay. Oh, wait, I can do that anyways. Mobile, baby.
Grungus has mobile? That's cruel.
Yeah. Scrungus is going to take a step back, firmly plant himself in the stand, rear his hind leg, and he's going to charge Baird.
You need to be at least 10 back.
Okay, that's fine. I can do that either way.
doesn't mobile only work if you attack before you move?
Let me double check that.
Because I believe what the way mobile works is you can move away, but you have to attack the opponent first.
So opportunity attacks from both of you.
Yay! Or no, not me. Or no, wait, if you're going back 10 feet, yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact, if I hit, I get to do bludgeoning damage because I have a slam. And welcome to the jam. That's a d20 plus 9.
That's not gonna hit.
Does a 26 hit?
No.
Ah! Suffering. Pain and suffering.
Okay, Jasper, what is your roll?
Like a 16.
Okay, yeah, no, neither of those hit. So yeah, Scrungus is gonna charge Baird 40 feet.
What?
He's just a book.
Yeah.
No. Hold on.
Oh, well, 5'10". I have to...
You have to be 40 feet back.
Wait, what? No.
Being 40 feet back is hard.
Yeah, you deal the d6 for every... You have unstoppable force, though. You deal damage for each 10 feet of movement that you move.
Oh, okay, well then fine. I'll go back. This is worth the needless confusion. Neither of those attacks hit, it doesn't matter. I'm going for 2 more swings. Reckless. On, Jasper, does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Jasper?
Yes, it does. Sorry.
Yeah,
Can you not
Good
hear
night.
us?
No.
we can now.
Well, now we can.
Sorry, I was speaking as loud as I could. Yes, it does.
Okay, cool. And bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, that's well over 30. So 2 more swings. So that's another 8d8. And 41 points of cold damage.
41?
Yep.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right, hold. Can somebody help me up?
Oh,
Strongest picks up Day by their coat.
Got a bit
Did
of a
we-
hole in my stomach.
We apologize. Did we. What is the phrasing? Take it too far?
No, I've dealt with worse, and give me about an hour, and that'll seal right back up.
Stood. We are Matsuku. It is a pleasure to be making your acquaintance.
Yeah, Day Amakir. Nice to meet you. Again, I guess.
Are you Day Amakir?
What?
What are you?
That's a bit of a tough question. Part
Yes.
dragon.
Interesting.
That's why I give this a little bit. It'll seal right back up. I need to go sit.
Here. Are you needing assistance?
Nah, I got it.
We believe the term for this is good fight.
Yeah, good fight. I need a nap.
Looks at Scrungus. Is the fight still continuing?
He kind of just shrugs.
I think we should give Day some time to recover, so let's call it here.
Stood. We are going back to sleep. Good night, everyone.
And with that, Matsuko kind of hits the ground because they're always sort of floating and turns back into Cece, who's just like, oh, fuck me, that is. I'm like nauseous. Did we win?
Yeah.
I'll take it. And she like lies down on the blanket next to Callisto, just like, I was cool. I was totally cool, wasn't I?
Very good job.
Yeah.
Baird kind of just doesn't say anything and kind of goes off the stage and comes like over to the shore a bit.
Torleth just kind of looks around. He's like, well, that was a nice, friendly tussle.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. I guess if no one else wants to go, I guess that was most of us anyways, so, you guys are free to go from my grasp. He starts tossing out the fucking stage.
Rasmesus.
Raz jump scare.
Raz is gonna go play Birder Plant with Vanth.
Oh, my favorite game.
Bro. And after he like tosses the line, whatever's left of the line from the fight, he kind of he goes up to Baird.
Baird is actually by the shore, doing some dancing by himself. He's kind of swinging Aquila around, moving a bit, just to get it out of his system, I guess.
Cool.
But he's like facing the ocean at first.
He slowly walks over, not to like scare him or anything. He's like, hey Baird.
Oh, hey Torleth, what's up?
Not much. You did good on your you know, little mock fight you had.
Thanks. I could have been better, but I appreciate it.
And I noticed you dance now.
Well,
Well, you've always had, but it's, you know, a little more apparent.
yeah, I met someone. I met someone who, I guess, brought it out of me a bit. Someone back in Omen. I think you would have liked him.
Oh. I won't press on if you don't want to tell me about them, but, I just... And he's just kind of, like, looking at Baird. He doesn't want to, like, critique him in his ways, because he's... As much as Torleth hates it, he's, like, a master at dance, and how form works, and, like, how things should have, like, here's a thing, comes after this one, it, like, everything has to be, like, choreographed, you know? And Baird's way of dancing is totally not choreographed, and, you know, he likes that. He likes that in a way, because, you know, not everything has to go by plan. And he just, you know, well, can you show me more?
Yeah, sure. And like you said, like, the thing about Baird is that he's very spontaneous, he's very, like, there's almost a bit of a messiness to it, and obviously it's very focused in his hips and in his legs. Very, what's the word like bottom heavy almost. He's very forceful, very, aggressive, and you can tell that the way he moves is very much more of intuition and feeling rather than paying attention to things like form and technique. He probably just moves around a bit and just does what his heart compels him to do, if that makes sense. Swings Aquila around a little bit, makes lightning kind of come out from his arms and his hands as he does it, and kind of swirls around him, around his hips as he moves. Very just... I wish there was a better word than aggressive, but aggressive is probably the best word I could put to it. Obviously, he doesn't, you know, go forward or, like, make sure he's keeping himself as contained as he can, but there is a bit of a lawlessness to it.
As Torleth is watching this, he kind of, like, almost mimics his moves in a way. Like, you know, just get into the vibe, you know?
Yeah.
His form of dancing is also very... By now, like, in the beginning of his story, he was, you know, very graceful, but now it's more almost like Baird's, but it has, like, its rhythm to it. It has its choreographed form to it, a very, you know, taut way.
Yes.
And he just wants to, you know, get out of that, you know? He just wants to, you know, stop living by his rules, almost. So he gets into Baird's vibe and mimics his moves.
Yeah.
But without the lightning, it's fire.
Yes.
Yeah?
That was Jer, not me.
I know. Like, yeah?
Baird probably notices that Torleth is starting to mimic him, but he gets so engrossed by his own feeling that he doesn't pay too much attention to it. And kind of just goes at it still. Eventually he'll probably stop and kind of look at Torleth, who has been mimicking him. Almost a little taken aback, but not, like, super shocked.
He kind of just A-poses, like, up, like he didn't want him to notice him doing that, but it's like, I really like the way you move. It's very, not new to me, but, you know, freeing, almost.
Thanks. I know you're very, like, you've been doing this your whole life, and I just kind of do it in my room for fun, but, the person that I met has training like you. His name is Jack. He's trained and stuff. He does ballet, he does everything. He is much more honed in it than I am, and you're probably more honed than he is.
Mm.
I know things are kind of getting to the wire, but I'd like to see Jack again, and maybe if you wanted, like, maybe you could show me some of that technique. Cause I don't really have that, you know. I just kind of move and do what my heart and body tell me to do. I don't know the footwork. I don't know the poses. I don't know that stuff. I just kind of move and let it happen.
There's nothing wrong with not having technique. It's more expressive that way when you're not learning from someone else. But, you know, I would like to meet Jack, and since if you say we have, you know, similar movements, similar teachings, yeah.
I think that, you know, that technique that, you know, you and him kind of learned, you know, it does help, I think, with expression. So maybe sometime we could, like, I don't know, just, you could show me a few things. And he kind of looks down at the ground and then back up. And you can tell there's a bit of a shift. I just really want to impress him, I think. And I think that if I go back to him someday and I know a little more than I do now, then it might, I don't know, mean something to him.
Mm. So, are you guys, like, together? Like, long distance?
Well,
Sorry, that's like not a question you should ask people just out of the blue. Sorry.
No, I think we are, actually. Vanth is gonna help us write to each other. But it was only a few nights. It's kind of hard to figure out, but, I'd like to think so.
Mm.
He was cool.
Corlith nods along. He kind of side eyes to the people on the, you know, the blanket over there. To you know whom.
Yeah.
He's like, that's genuinely great, Baird.
Don't tell anyone, please.
Oh, no, I wouldn't. But it's just amazing that you have someone like that.
Yeah, I just, it's still very new, to me, but, he was different, and that's about all I can say without going off, but he was different. The kind of different that I needed. I just want to make him, I want to impress him, and I plan on seeing him again.
I'm sure you will.
I feel bad asking for everyone's help, but I get nervous.
It's okay to have help. I wouldn't mind teaching you some of these things, and you going back to him and saying, "Hey, look my little feet work."
Yeah, yeah.
I choreographed something. It shows you care.
Yeah. If you don't mind helping me once in a while, I'd really appreciate it.
I don't mind at all.
Thank you. It's been a while since we've talked.
Yeah.
Things have just gotten really busy, but I look forward to it.
Me too.
Yeah. I imagine you probably have other people you want to talk to, but so I won't keep you, but thanks. I appreciate it.
Corlith gives him a smile, nods, waves.
It probably just stays where he is and kind of wades in the water a bit.
Praxis starts walking up to Wood. Hey, Wood!
Oh, greetings, Praxis. What can I do for you today?
kind of realized the other day that, I never gave you back Rising Tide. You left it on the beach, and I picked it up for you. Probably should have given it back a little bit ago.
Yes, yes. My sacred weapon. Huh. It's odd to call it that after all this time, but... Yes, Rising Tide was an extension of my body for quite some time now. For years, we fought side by side along one another. And Wood, who's, again, been in a kneeling position pretty much this entire time, rises to meet Praxis as much as he can. She's definitely taller than he is.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Praxis can talk.
You know, I saw what you were going for with the, with your polearm stuff. You want any help? I've trained with a spear for most of my life.
That would actually be much appreciated in truth, Praxis. You have my thanks for your assistance in this endeavor. And at this point, Wood is very hesitantly taking Rising Tide out of Praxis's hands, and sheath included, attempting to try to jerry-rig a makeshift hilt and sword holster from what he once had. I just want to do them justice. And
I do too.
as their closest family on the ship, you have my thanks for keeping this blade safe.
I know it meant a lot to you. So, come on over.
Of course.
So, I saw what you were trying to do with the spin. So, you had the Storm Surge. And Praxis rages to get the wind spinning around her. Pretty similar concept, but if you plant your pole arm in the ground, lift yourself off, I can use my wind to twist myself up. Almost like a boost. You could probably use that with your water, right?
Interesting.
Almost like a
Mayhaps if
step
I-
stool.
Yes,
Praxis is
yes,
gone.
it's coming to me now.
What the f-
Wood. Wood once again plants Paramecium in the sand and creates a slightly different looking storm surge this time around. This time he kind of... You know how when you're a kid and you're in a big pool and you run around the pool to make a makeshift whirlpool?
Yes.
He kind of starts doing that with one foot in one direction and an opposite foot in another, just kind of creating small circles until a little bit of a gyrating whirlpool has taken form. And he takes a significantly longer swing on the startup. And his technique this time is a little different. He seems to spin for half of it, dip down to build up momentum, and he's almost like orbiting the spear at this point. He does 1, 2. He hesitates a little bit on the third one, but is able to get it properly. And then does one more with a little bit of a flourish when he lands. And with just enough tact and poise, he's able to land in a position where he's one hand on the ground and the rest of his body, legs downwards, is facing up. And you can see that the free hand that he has in his air initially grips Paramecium, but then he slowly removes it and brings it into himself like he's he's meditating almost, just to keep balance. Now that is a technique.
That's what we're talking about. You got it now.
Perhaps I do in truth.
It's all about the spin and the force.
I'll have to incorporate this style into more than just an honorary dance. This could be a combat breakthrough. We must practice this more, Praxis.
Yeah, we got time.
And we'll end things off for that interaction.
Callisto has kind of sneaked himself into the corner of the blanket. Anyone that, sees him can see that he's in his new robe. He looks a little standoffish, more so than usual. His eyes are locked on the shepherd, which is docked right ahead, at the shore. And he's just kind of sitting with his, arms on his knees, like pulling his legs in and just staring at the shepherd with very intentful eyes. Looking a little emo, if you will.
Lucy notices this, and she's kind of been lying down, letting the wave of sort of nausea and tiredness from the battle sort of settle. And she doesn't really bother standing up. She just kind of rolls over to Callisto. You know the way.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
what's
hi.
this sour blueberry?
It's just getting down to it, don't you think?
It's exciting, isn't it? We're gonna be gods soon.
Yeah. You don't find any of this to be a bit daunting at all?
No, it is daunting. It's scary, but it's exciting, isn't it?
I mean, I'm
is
thankful for a bit of a day off, but God, we've just been going non-stop.
and soon it'll be over. And then we'll be gods, and we'll be able to fix everything that ever happened, He'll fulfill our destinies. I think that adrenaline is keeping me going.
Hey, Cece?
Oh, what's up?
Do you remember back at Elansta's funeral? Do you remember when we talked for a bit afterwards about, the validity of all this, of what this really means, what we're doing, the impact that it has, what Mathandi's doing? Do you remember that?
Yeah, of course I remember it.
Does that still bother you as much as it bothers me?
Maybe we should take a walk.
I guess they'll just go off to the side a little bit.
Yeah, let's start walking down the beach.
Yeah. We can't really do it on the map, but...
Yeah, but
No.
implication.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
You can go.
There's always going to be a bit of doubt, But this is what we're made to do. We're meant to do. This is what we've been working for. It feels too late to give up on it now, right?
No, I'm not saying give up. I mean, like you said, we're already so many weapons deep. I can't shake the feeling. It hasn't left me. Like, I can understand that it can be exciting, it can be new, it can be, hopeful, but at the end of the day, I still see, I still see that casket. I still see the ash color that took over Torleth's chest. I still see Genevieve and everything that was taken from her. Everything that was taken from me, it just doesn't leave. And I wish so greatly that I could just get over it and, go along for the ride, but it won't leave.
She grabs his hands. Maybe it won't leave, but I want to give you those things. Again, we can bring them back. We just need to be stronger. That's what matters, right? It's strength. This has all come down to strength and fighting for our destinies, and I want to give you all of those things back. And once we're gods, nothing can stop us. That's what Mathandi says, at least. Maybe we can even find a way to bring Talonsta back. We can make sure that no one ever has to suffer like that again. We can do this together, right?
I have a question, and it might be a hard one. Do you believe those things, or do you only believe what Mathandi tells you to believe? Because at the end of the day, I don't trust him. I trust you. And I want to know if you believe in yourself, or if you only believe in him.
I believe. I believe that this is the right thing to do.
You do?
I want and have always wanted to be a hero. And heroes don't become heroes through inaction. They don't become heroes through talking a lot and hoping that things get better. Callisto, if I have the power of a god, and I can be the hero that I've always wanted to be, right? Because then at that point, nothing can stop me.
I know we're in too deep, but if it means anything, I already believe that you are a hero. You always have been one.
She kind of pulls, like, still holding onto his hands, pulls him forward and into a hug. Means a lot. But we can't stop here.
I know.
And I know you don't trust him. But I do. I told you before that he got me away from the life I never wanted to live, and I wish he could have done that for you too. I wish, maybe it's selfish for me to say, but I wish he had taken you the way he had taken me away. And we could have grown up together, and we wouldn't even have to have this conversation right now because you'd know how I feel, but I trust him, Callisto. I have to. I don't know what else I could do if I didn't trust him, if I didn't do this, and if you trust me, then let's see this through to the end together. The two of us, just like how we started this adventure.
It was so long ago, wasn't it?
It feels like years, doesn't it? But it's only been a few months.
A lot can happen in such a short amount of time.
So, I've grown closer with you now than anyone, really. They might have all been my friends before, but I was separated from them for so long that it was like meeting them all again. So in a weird way, I've known you the longest, if you really think about it like that.
Suppose you're right.
Your friendship means a lot to me, Callisto. I want to finish this with you. Okay?
Callisto takes a moment. Doesn't say anything for a moment. But then he kind of gulps a bit and pushes down any doubt, or tries to at least. Nods and takes her hands in his. I'm with you to the end.
Gonna be amazing. Once we're on top, sun and the moon together. You know, I think our eclipse is gonna bring a new dawn for everyone. Don't you?
I think it'll be beautiful. You can tell that there's something still there. There's something in his eyes, but there's no use trying to pry any further. What you're getting is what you're gonna get from him at the moment. He grips Cece's hands very tightly and just nods at her. And it reiterates again. I trust you.
She almost flinches when he says that again. And kind of takes a deep breath. You know, this beach is so beautiful. How about we go swimming for a bit? Or just, splash around or something. This is so melancholy. We should be having fun. Come on, come on.
I suppose you're right. I'm not one for water, but I guess I can ease into that with you.
She kind of, takes her jacket off and, throws it onto the blanket and kind of not letting go of his hand. Almost like if she lets go, he's gonna disappear the way she's gripping onto it. As she, runs over to the water with him.
I imagine that's a good place to end it.
Yeah.
They go off together.
I'm gonna say that ever since Scrungus got off stage during the mock fight, he's kind of just been watching everyone. Not really saying anything, but, his usual level of observancy until he locks eyes, or at the very least is focused on head on a wire towards Toralef.
As soon as he notices Scrungus's stare, he kind of freezes like a wild animal who's just been, targeted for death.
Once Scrungus notices that Toralef is maintaining some form of eye contact, he begins walking, and at first his pace gets fairly quick, like he's chasing down Toralef, but after a good 5 or 10 feet of movement, he kind of just slows down, almost stops, kind of just raises a big meaty hand up, closes in on Toralef, just places one hand on his shoulder. Hi. Come with me.
Okay.
And Scrungus picks up Toralef by his cape and just kind of walks him across the beach.
Dying today.
Probably about, I'm going to say, over here. Something along the lines of that. Just kind of flops him down.
Oof.
He takes about a good step or two back.
Do it again.
He kind of just looks around. Do what again?
Me saw you dancing. Do it again.
Okay, big man. I guess I'll dance. He does the same. He dances he's done before, same old bullshit.
About a good halfway through, Scrungus stomps his foot very loudly.
Don't make sense.
He kind of freezes in a pose, like, what do you mean?
Me know you beat Pendrell.
Oh.
You beat him like that?
I mean, I guess so. There was a lot of, turny little, gears involved, or pillars, and fire, and I guess that's not your whole fighting style, so you don't get it.
Scrungus have idea.
He takes another few big hearty stomps across the stand.
Me see you fight before. We spar too. Fight me like how you fight Pendrell.
He stomps his feet a few times.
No hurt. Me no hurt.
Okay.
We spar like before, but you fight me like you fight Pendrell.
Few months ago. Doing, he takes a moment, and he does this Ascenosphere ballet, and his feet catch on fire. He twirls around a bit, and he roundhouse kicks Scrungus with his fiery leg. What's that?
Again.
Okay. He does it again.
One more.
Okay. Sure. I sure hope I'm not melting you or something. You are made out of metal. He does it one more time.
The third time the Toroleth does it, he doesn't dodge it so much as he throws Toroleth off his balance by moving forwards.
Now me getting it. Show Scrungus more.
I mean, if it's your thought process, I guess it works for you.
He plops down on the sand for a moment.
You stronger than Pendrell. Me no think someone like you strong as him, but Toroleth strong.
I wouldn't say that. I guess,
Not strong like Scrungus. Strong like...
And you can see he fumbles with his words for a second.
Strong like Toroleth.
Yeah, like Toroleth, and he just looks at his weak little arms and...
Everyone fight different. That's what me hear.
I mean, I guess so. Everyone's built different. Everyone has different, history, backstory, all that jazz. But
Scrungus slams his fist down in the sand. He gets back up, stomps over to Toralef.
Scrungus.
He looks like he's contemplative, or at the very least somewhat deep in thought.
Impressed. That word me think of, right? Impressed.
You're impressed with how I fight? Like you like how I fight?
Scrungus nods his head.
Well, good. Good. I guess I'm in your good graces then. Thank God.
You fight like Pendrell. And Balder like how Pendrell fight. So, Scrungus will like how Toralef fight.
Okay, buddy. I like how you fight too. Big ol' crushing, smashing, general toughness.
Scrungus gives Toralef and I'm throwing up like really big air quotes around this, playful shove. That probably sends Toralef crashing onto his back and rolling over a bit.
We spar later. Not now, but you show Scrungus more.
Okay. Maybe I could teach you how to fight like this?
Maybe that helps Scrungus beat Toralef. So he beat Pendrell, and he's stronger than Toralef and Pendrell.
Yeah. Like, I'm not sure that you can already do that now. Like, you could probably punch me in the face and I could go careening 60 feet backwards and die on impact. But anyway.
We spar later. Scrungus want keep training.
Okay.
He gives Toralef another playful shove after helping him back up to his feet, but this one is just enough that sends Toralef kind of like stumbles for a second, but he's fine.
And Toralef tries to give him a playful shove back, but he goes down to the ground because he's just like punching a steel wall.
Scrungus stomps off after this, but he seems
Pleasantly surprised with the outcome of this conversation.
I'm assuming a little bit of time passes. Callisto and Cece probably splash around for a bit, but at some point, Callisto notices everyone else back on the beach and notices Scrungus in particular. Gives Cece like a "I'll be right back" sort of thing, and comes up to
I just want to
Scrungus.
say, Cece has probably passed the fuck out and is taking a nap.
Okay. Then yeah, Callisto probably just wanders on over to Scrungus real quick. Probably just calmly comes up to him and gives him a nod.
Callisto, right?
I just wanted to come over and say hello. I understand that he's probably looking around at this point. I've noticed that you're one of the last people that needs to get their weapon. We should be heading back to Valdor soon, correct?
Scrungus lights up at this like a kid at a candy store.
You right.
And Scrungus has been furiously training ever since his conversation with Toralef. He's been,
he's got his customary large bag of rocks that he's been slinging around, slamming it into the dirt all the while, rather the sand, I suppose, in this instance. And when Callisto mentions this, he sends it careening off into the desert sand.
Scrungus go back to Boulder soon. Oh, we miss him.
Yeah, that should be happening soon, I suppose. Well, I actually wanted to ask you a bit about Valdor and Baldur in particular. I didn't really get a chance to see the city. I didn't get a chance to, meet Baldur. I've only heard about him in tales. I was just wondering if, what's it like there? I only passed through, on the way to a car. I didn't really get to see the city at its peak. I was wondering what it's like there.
Rungus, once again, looks like he's deep in thought for a moment, or at the very least as deep as thought as someone like him can be. But inevitably, he plops down in the sand and just kind of starts idly making, like, finger drawings.
Valdor Scrungus's home has been home since.
He, after a little bit of finger drawing in the sand, smashes his fist a few more times. Not in an angry way, but in just like this is the only way that he knows how to interact with the earth around him, so he'll just keep doing this, he guesses, sort of way.
For as long as Scrungus remember, Scrungus go to Valdor when he's small. Smaller than he is now. Smaller than you. But at nice, people there, strong. Not strong like Scrungus or Baldur strong, but strong. And nice, too.
Scrungus kind of squints at Callisto for a moment and pats the sand a little aggressively, but with good intentions.
As Scrungus is, making these little drawings and telling Callisto about Valdor, he's listening very intently. He can see that there's, a lot of passion that Scrungus has that he might not always show, but he can see the passion that Scrungus has about his home and about his family. I can't wait to see it someday. When we go back, I'd be honored if I could possibly attend and, see the city. But, he kind of gets a little grave. I heard that there was some catastrophe there as well.
At the mention of the attacks on Valdor, Scrungus's playful slaps on the sand get significantly more aggressive.
Oh, Solder Spider. Me hate stupid spider. Baldur, tell me about them. Normally they not issue, but when me see spider, me crush spider. And then Baldur and Scrungus be back together.
Callisto, sorry.
He kind of looks around at everyone, Scrungus hasn't really processed the fact that he's the only person here without a weapon, but he's noticed that as the expeditions have gone on, that he's been the one drawing the short straw in that department.
He no even one dumb weapon. Older have strongest weapon, Ferris. He tell me about Ferris.
He gets a little bit excited thinking about Ferris, and his aggressive strikes in the earth become a bit more invigorated.
Strongest blade, cut through anything. Not even dumb dragon beat Ferris. And with Balder and Ferris, he's strongest warrior. One day, me be just like him.
I'd love to meet him someday.
You want to?
I'd love to, yes. He means something to you, obviously.
Scrungus's eyes kind of dart around as he starts looking at the members of the shepherd crew. You know, Scrungus, realistically speaking, doesn't have many friends on the boat. A few people that he considers himself close to, you know, Day, Praxis, Cece, but at the thought of who he should bring along with him in the event that, you know, the return to Valdor finally happens, he jams a big green thumb into Callisto's stomach.
We go together then.
If you
I'm
would
sorry.
Huh?
Did I cut out at that? I'm sorry, my mic's been fucking around a little bit.
No, you're good.
Okay, but yeah, he jams a big green thumb into Callisto's stomach.
I would be honored if you would like me to go. Callisto kind of falters a bit. His intent to what Scrungus has been telling him hasn't faded, but his kind of demeanor has changed a bit. You can see that, like, what was a slight smile has kind of, like, faltered into a bit of a frown as he really starts to realize, you know, what was taken from Scrungus, his home, his family. It really starts to kind of hit him then that even the strongest people in this crew have had all that they've cared about taken from them in some sort of way. When, you know, Scrungus points at him, he just gives him a firm nod, looks at him. Scrungus, I mean this with all respect, but you shouldn't be here. You should be home with your family. You should be with them. And I'm sorry that you haven't been.
He gets a little, not angry, but like, he never really realized that up until this point. That, true, initially he did only leave behind Valdor and Balder because of the Salter Spider invasion, but at the thought of the fact that he's been gone for as long as he has, he gets a little pumped up, but in like a negative way. You can see he kind of... He's not sure what to do, but he just ends up kicking a big ol' pile of sand over, stomping the ground. And when he turns back to face Callisto, his eyes dart around for someone he trusts, and inevitably, And initially, it looks like he's looking for someone like Andrew, but inevitably his eyes settle on Callisto.
You.
Callisto's
Yes.
probably just meeting his gaze.
You different. Everyone here strong. But you smart too. Strongest away from home. Make him mad. Leave behind Valdor. Leave behind Baldur. He go home and he take you. And he show Baldur how smart you are. You help Strungus.
Callisto
You-
nods. Oh,
Yeah. You word hard, but you determined. Let me hear Andrew say that word. You have fire in gut. Me like you.
it may seem that we're not all that alike, but we are. I had my home taken from me, and I don't get to go back. Not the way it used to be. I will fight for the right for you to get to go home and see your family again, because I cannot do the same for me. You deserve that right. You deserve your family and your home back. And I would be honored to fight for that right for you. Or at least help in that fight.
Strungus gives a very firm nod, then plops himself back down in the sand, and he's staring off in the direction of Valdor, or at the very least, wherever he thinks that direction is. But you can see he's tracing another picture in the sand, and it looks like a child's interpretation of Scrungus and Baldur. And you can see that once he's finished, he kind of turns back to face Callisto for a moment and does a finger drawing of Callisto.
Go home. Together.
You get to go home. Gives him like a little pat on the shoulder.
Grungus nods and then picks himself up and just starts, like, heading away. Off the train, off to retrieve the big old bag of rocks.
Yeah. Callisto just watches him kind of go. And he immediately beelines it for the shepherd, and that's where I'll leave it.
After an extensive period of training alongside Praxis, Wood turns to her. All right, that's enough training for one day. I can appreciate your intensity, but I think I need a 5, a 10, a 30, an hour, the rest of the day. Can we do it rest of the day, Praxis?
Take all the time you need.
Okay. All right. I'll definitely remember this, though. This has been a worthwhile training experience, friend. And he kind of starts to head off. You know, he briskly walks back onto the beach blanket, and he's sheathing paramecium, and he's even been able to finagle together Rajentide's sheath and blade back into the belt on Wood's hip, and he's gazing around at everyone. You know, it's been a long day, and Wood has spent pretty much all of it training. Hasn't really even talked much to anyone as of this point in time. But as he's kind of idly making his way through, he notices Torleth sitting off in the corner, and he smiles a little to himself and starts making his way over to Torleth. Stops probably a good 5 feet behind him and kind of just quietly observes what he's doing.
Torleth, right now, he made sure he's, like, more than a good far away from everyone. He has a book in his lap, which is something you would never see from him, since he doesn't know how to read at all. And he looks like he's not angry, but you know how you look when you're like, you're not understanding something and you're getting frustrated at that. And he has like some scribblings next to, he has the book, and then he has like a piece of paper next to him. He has a pen in his hand, and he's trying to replicate the words on the page.
Hail, Torleth.
And he, as soon as Wood speaks, he closes the book, like snaps it, and he puts it under his leg.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to interrupt.
I wasn't doing anything.
I'm certain you weren't. I just wanted to get your opinion on my performance earlier today. I know it wasn't anything particularly worthy of honoring a friend's memory, but...
No, it was actually really impressive. Working with a pole arm, or something that isn't yourself, is quite hard to do, and I think you pulled it off really well for the time that you were doing it.
You really think so? That's actually very reassuring to hear from you.
As long as you have the practice and keep going at it, I think you're really gonna do well.
Thank you, Torleth. I have the assistance of you and Genevieve, and quite frankly, everyone aboard the Shepherd for the lengths that I went to try to honor this piece as much as I could. But with that aside, I must inquire, what is it that you were reading?
It's a book that I stole from my mother's. Apparently, again, if it's not apparent, haha, I can't read, haha, silly little Torleth can only know how to dance, nothing else. It's... The night before we left, I snuck into their room and took this book. It's a book that I remember them having along with them, even when I was a kid, still living in the coterie. Apparently, it's my ancestor's book, Volcanikoisia, the Teridra. One of the first Teridrans to ever put together a coterie, whatever. But, I'm just not be with the way I've been taught my entire life. The way Teridran life works, you master one or two things, and then everything else doesn't matter. Of course, I know how to dance, I know how to sing really well, but when it comes to, like, math, reading, and to regular people, to non-Teridran people, that's weird. That's unspoken of. Of course everyone knows how to fucking read. Swear. I don't swear. Yes, I do. Torleth, I fucking swear. And I'm just sick of being a master of something. I'm sick of having to choreograph everything. Everything has to be perfect. I'm just want to be a normal guy. I just want to be a guy who knows how to read and write. So, I think teaching myself would, start, but it's not been so great, you know.
That is quite the difficult situation you found yourself in, Toralef. But would it be alright with you if I gave my general opinion on the problem that you found yourself in the midst of?
Go ahead.
Mayhaps I have something of a solution readily available. So, let's start from the beginning. Mayhaps instead of spending your time looking to follow your ancestral tradition and focus solely on one particular craft, a plethora of crafts that you incorporate to your general life and well-being would be an avenue better suited for yourself.
It was just that so easy. I mean, I'm already 20 years old. Everyone learns how to do everything when they're like 6.
Well, it's never too early to begin. Hold on, I think I might have a proper analogy for this. Wood taps his chin for a moment. Yes, it's coming to me now. He seems to be hamming it up a little bit to try to make Toralef smile, but he snaps his fingers. All right. Allow me to share with you a classical tale from my youth. So, when I was younger and still trying to properly formulate the heroic persona that stands before you today, there were a plethora of avenues I attempted to dabble in order to figure out what suited me best. I wanted to be a sailor like my father, a healer like my mother. I remember at one point in time, Azure inquired as to whether or not I should pursue becoming a playwright. Better yet, Luna was the one who suggested that I take my aptitude in combat and apply it towards becoming a soldier. Or better yet, a knight. But after an extensive period of time training under each of these seasoned masters, I found myself longing for something more. And in doing so, I decided that the best course of action would be to take what it is that I learned in each respective field of study and craft something unique to myself. I didn't have to be a mighty captain of the seas or someone who could heal any ailment. I didn't have to be the next aspiring bard or a mighty general. I just needed to do what it is I wanted. I just needed to find what best suited me, and Wood kind of plops down beside Toralef. Do what worked best for Wood. Does that make any sense?
He's been lost in thought, just hearing what Wood has to say. He's just nodding along, kind of making his own sense out of it. Yeah. I guess I haven't really thought about it like that. I'm so used to just everyone telling me what I need to do and not what I want to do.
It's admirable that you want to pursue more avenues of interest and broaden your spectrum of overall knowledge. At this, Wood kind of gazes down at the book that Torleth has been huddling close to him. Tell you what. Wood kind of pats at Torleth's leg. Just kind of gestures down to the book. Kind of slide it over to me.
He gives him the book.
I know that reading has been something you've struggled with in the past. So, coming from someone who's fairly well versed on the lore and mythos of the realm, I'd be more than happy to take the time to teach you the basics to read. Or, at the very least, and Wood kind of idly flips through the pages and realizes that, yeah, all of this is written in, realistically speaking, like ancient Teridran.
It's a mix of ancient Teridran, and there are a few, little footnotes of modern Teridran and even some common.
At the very least, I'd be more than happy to translate the contents of this book and bestow any and all knowledge I may find upon you.
I actually really like that. Yeah. And he just nods. I just don't know what to say. I would really appreciate that, Wood.
You needn't say anything, friend. Consider this my form of thanks for helping me find a new path.
A new path?
Well, I said I wanted to incorporate a little bit of everyone's respective lifestyles to my own. Mayhaps I could take a little bit of Teridran life and apply it to...
Torleth, scrunches at that, like, I wouldn't recommend, like, if I gave it a 10 out of 10, maybe a 5. Teridran life ain't that big.
Well,
it's not that great, obviously.
you can instruct me how you think would be most applicable to me.
I mean, you said your mother's a healer. Teridrans are really big on medicine, and Volcani was. She was, the one who basically made modern medicine, in a sense. Yeah. And he just opens the book again, and in the book, there are tracings of, Volcani's, stone drawings, because on the walls there are of the walls of Volcani's tomb there were drawings, and he kind of stares at a drawing for a while, and the drawing has all of Volcani's friends, and he kind of just stares at it a little irritated, he's well, it's not like she talks to me anymore. She used to talk to me all the time, now she doesn't.
Well, how about we start deciphering this ancient text together, and you can tell me a little bit about Volcani.
I know she had someone. Don't know who it is yet, because these traces, are awful. But, she's cool and all, but, being my patron saint and all, she's fine. But I could tell you a little bit about her medicine, ways, because, that's what we know about her.
As Torleth speaks, Wood is nodding along, and he's opened up after an extensive period of time of not observing its contents, the sacred manuscript of heroic justice, cracks it open to a fresh new page, and just compares notes.
just gives Torleth a friendly smile as he continues to talk. And we'll leave it off there.
Okay. So, Callisto, marches on over to the shepherd after talking to Scrungus. You can tell, if anyone sees him, he doesn't give them any acknowledgement. He just is going. Something sort of happened. There was a bit of a shift. And Callisto starts to really take in and recognize everything that's been bothering him. This bubbling in his stomach, this ticking in his ears, this urge that comes to fruition during this moment. He storms on to the shepherd and ignores Ryland, ignores Andrew, ignores anyone on there, walks up, and goes directly into the quarters. And he's gonna knock on Mathandi's door. Something that has once stricken him with fear now strikes him with rage. He enters as soon as Mathandi calls him in. Jer, if you could please change the music, I would appreciate it. I'm assuming that Mathandi calls Callisto in. And Callisto probably just sits across from him. Now, when he enters, he kind of lets go of some of that rage and starts to veil a bit of a facade of sarcasm. He greets Mathandi with a very forced smile at first. Hello, my captain. It's good to see you. The fact that you've actually let me in is actually a bit shocking. We're all just out on the beach right now, and, I just wanted to come see you properly. I believe we should be leaving for our next quest soon, so I just know it's been a while. I've been on this boat for quite some time now, and I feel as though we've never really talked. So, if I may, I'd like to be candid with you. Callisto takes a seat across from Mathandi, who probably, notices how strange he's acting. They haven't talked since Mathandi revealed that Callisto had a twin sister. Callisto sits, crosses his legs. I find it so admirable how persistent you are. Persistence. Persistence that it may as well be akin to gullibility and ignorance. A divine sense that you are, in fact, blissfully unaware of the toll that you put on everyone except yourself, through to achieve exactly no one's goals but your own. It's impressive, actually, how little you really practice what you preach. That persistence, yes. The persistence of an insect. Turning the other cheek when not only we get the life kicked out of us, not just once but twice, but even when you lose someone to that Godslayer, oh no, it's got to be business as usual. Persistence. And ambition. For caring about absolutely no one during our most vulnerable times. No, we have to go get someone else to share in the misery with. No, we have more weapons to get. Captain's orders, and the dogs will follow. What is also, admirable about you is, oh gods, that absolutely earth-shattering notion that you are our father. Father of orphans, or whatever, the ones that are actually orphans because of you. Wild, I know. Wild that a man can flaunt fatherhood in the face of those he ripped childhood from. The ones who actually had their fathers torn from them, or even completely rearranged their memory of their fathers without so much as a warning when doing so. You know, that deceitful taking of memories and distorting childhoods, there's just something about it that tells me everything I need to know about you as a person. Have you even seen Torlef lately? The ashes that stain his hands and his chest, the color in his eyes gone? Scrungus, you know, as rigid as he is, maybe his home being shorn apart may have impacted how he interacts with us on the boat? Genevieve and all of the cracks and fissures that rip her whenever she remembers every last fucking thing she lost because she was used for someone else's profit. Just a few examples of one man's selfishness being contorted into an act of divine retribution in the eyes of children who don't know a damn thing about pantheons and allegiance. One man, 15 children. One man and the choir he claims to preach to. One man who has completely torn my life apart and rebuilt it for his own desire, a desire that isn't even my own, and a desire that's so ingrained in literal children that they have no choice but to follow and blindly obey. But gods, what else do they have after you took quite literally everything from everyone? So yeah, perfectly candid, perfectly clear. It's amazing that as someone who claims to be a father but only speaks to one or two of his kids more than once a month, like the treatment everyone else that isn't CC or Vanth gets, it's amazing to me that the only time I've ever gotten to speak to you before today was you distorting my entire life right in front of me, and yet I know you better than I know my own sister. Maybe that's all I need to know about you.
You watch as Mathandi doesn't even seem fazed by any of what you're saying, and green veins flash in his eyes for a split second. What's that on your neck?
Callisto grabs the scythe necklace that Atlas gave him around his neck currently. Oh, why do you want to know? What do you think you are? My father too?
Where did you get that?
From someone that will someday be more of a father than you will ever hope to be. I just want you to recognize what you've done. And I want you to recognize that the children that you claim to have, I don't think own you as their father as much as you think they should or do. That's all. I have more important things to do than preach to a wall that doesn't want to hear me. I just want you to think about it. Not just me. Scrungus, Torlef, Genevieve, even the ones that are brainwashed by you. Cece, Vanth. You do nothing but take. Nothing but take. And Callisto walks out and slams the door behind him.
The rest of the day passes with general ease for the most part. And in the dead of night, once the suns have crested Velstrana, Vanth sneaks off the boat and takes flight. Landing.
So, yeah.
Sorry.
In Zada?
Zada.
Zada. So Vanth, he's on his way to go see Vanth. I mean, not Vanth. Vanth is going to go see Vanth. Vanth, lands straight down into Atlas's office. Because he hasn't seen him in a while. He wants to see his other dad. and he notices that Atlas is like sitting at his desk through the window, and he flies straight through the window and slams down on his desk.
Hello, Vanth. Up at the late or early hours, what is it for you?
I think it's like it's past midnight. I don't look at the time that much.
So what news do you bring?
Well, well, a lot of people gotten their weapons. I got mine. I got Stig for some reason. I don't know why they let me have it.
I think it suits you.
Shadow weapon. I get it. But like everyone's gotten their weapons. I think we're like missing one, which is Ferris, but Ferris is like, you know, with Baldur and Valdor, you know how that's going.
I do.
And yeah, so it's been, you know, the vibes have kind of been off, you know, everyone, as soon as they get their weapon, you know, something happens, you know, like they're, you know, they kind of, you know, change a little bit. But like, I met Mathandi. Mathandi's cool.
Sure. Vanth,
Oh.
you should know that very soon things will be changing.
How so?
I can't risk speaking of it now, but I'm going to need a favor from you.
Oh, sure. I'm made of favors, bro.
You've already been keeping a close eye on them. But I'm going to need you to watch Mathandi even further.
Why?
A mutual friend, sorts. Planning is beginning. And we're going to need as much information as we can get.
Oh. Okay. I comprehendo, I think. But like, Mathandi is like my actual dad, if you haven't noticed. Like, we look almost exactly alike. Are you kidding? Like, I don't understand what's to you know, sus about him.
He has a muddled history on this plane. Came to being not 10 years ago. There's a lot that he's done that I'm sure he hasn't told you yet, but will become clear soon. This is very important. Don't give him your full trust. That man, he may look like a father to you, but he can never fill that role.
Oh. Okay. I mean, you're my first dad, so I'll say what you say, but I trust you. I trust everyone, so I'll give you that, but that was kind of foreboding, like something bad is gonna happen. Not sure if I like the vibes of that, bro, but you got it, Dad.
Atlas opens up a drawer and pulls out a necklace. You're going to need this. Keep it a secret. You'll know when to show it.
What is it?
It's an emblem of a friend.
Okay. Cheers to that, I guess. Um, I don't know how to make heads or tails of this, but I don't know how to make heads or tails of anything. There's not much
Vamp?
going up in this brain.
Just do your best and stay safe, dear boy.
You got it, Dad. I'll make sure to visit more often. I know it's been like a couple weeks, and we need to catch up more and make sure that the relationship stays strong. 'Cause you know that's how the father-son relationship works and everything. But if anything happens, I'll make sure I come flying to you, as I normally do. It's great seeing you, Atlas.
Take care.
Yeah. And he goes over to the roof, finger gun, not the roof, the window, finger guns, and, careens backwards, but you can see him that he, flies off.
And that is where we will leave off our session.
Woo! Alright. Thank you everyone for joining us. This was a bit of a longer one, so we will hop off right away and raid somebody. But thank you so much. We will be back next week, same time, same place, same channel for the start of Scrungus's weapon arc, which is super exciting. Our mid-season finale is February 28th. So be there for that too. We are leading right up to it. Thank you for joining us, and we are going to find somebody to raid.
Yes, hopefully.
It's Remember Wednesday.
Yes, and please catch Elementals Incarnate on Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Lynn's channel on Twitch. Be sure to check that out.
We have a Twitter. Another character gets posted tomorrow.
Yeah!
I'm very tired.
Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We will see you next week for Scrungus's arc. We are still figuring out who to raid. Maybe. Hold up. Yes.
Critical Role.
No! I don't even think they're live. Did you do that right?
I thought so.
We're gonna try to raid.
Well, it doesn't seem to be working, so, thank you for joining us?
I guess we can't raid. We're sorry.
It
but
says
thank
it's
you.
been created, and it's
Nothing
not showing up.
happened.
Alright.
Alright. Bye! Thank you!